Yep.
All right, guys. So this is the first episode of what I think I'm going to call the MTSP podcast. This is my first guest, Zach Shultz. I'm going to have him introduce himself, tell him a little bit about himself and what's going on with him.
All right, cool. What's up, guys? Zach Shultz, age 23, classic physique competitor from the Pittsburgh area, soon to be Houston. Moving there in a few weeks. Super excited to get started on this podcast for sure. Let's get started.
Yeah, this is something I wanted to do for a while, just never could think of a name, who to bring on and whatnot. So I reached out to a few buddies to see about getting them on just to get a few episodes banged out real quick. And then hopefully I can reach out to some people within the industry and be cool to bring like Brady on here.
Yeah.
Someone like that.
For sure.
And get their opinion on some things and move forward from there. But so I wanted to talk to you today about some topics, related to bodybuilding, such as training, nutrition, meal timing, meal frequency, how you like to set up your diet, how you set up your training, and then some, myths of bodybuilding, I guess you could say, or whatnot. Just kind of shoot the shit and just talk and get people to get a chance to understand your understandings and mine and see how they differ and see how they're the same. So
Sounds
first,
good.
I wanted to talk to you about when's the last time you competed?
Last time I competed, I believe it was March 12th, 2019. So we're going on 2 years at this point. It's been a while.
What weight did you compete at?
I was in a 210 weight class, but I weighed in with joggers on at 156.
Yeah.
I was light, man. Featherweight.
That's a lot of growing to do, man.
Yeah.
What do you weigh currently?
Varies day by day, but typically between 205, 210. I'd say more accurately between 205 to 209.
Okay, so you're still under that weight cap, but if you were to jump into a prep now, you'd probably be like 175, 180.
Yeah, I guess we'd see, huh? I don't really have a show planned out until I believe it's going to be December 11th down in Austin, Texas. So I got some time. I have at least 7 more months to bulk, cut back, maintain, bulk again before I actually get into, dieting and prep. So
right. When's ideally when would you like to start prep?
Well, it's mid-December, November. I would say no later than mid-September. Yeah, no later than mid-September to, mid-December.
Yeah. You'll probably start prep at like 215.
Ideally, I mean, I don't really have a weight, I'm trying to like get up to. It's more so a look. I think realistically, I would be able to hit between 220, 225, but at the same time, I don't really want to push it because I want to keep this bulk fairly lean.
Right.
I don't want to get too fluffy and then have a, tough time cutting.
Right, exactly. Yeah, the longer you go do a prep, the more muscle you'll retain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's talk training. What style of training do you do? What's your split look like?
My split right now, typically I'll hit legs. I'll dedicate a whole day to legs. Then I will have a push as well as a core day. I'm really trying to implement a lot of like obliques, specific, and definitely a lot of abs. I don't want to hit obliques too hard though and too often because I don't want to get like a big blocky waist. So I'm pretty much hitting core along with every day. But after that, I'll do like a pull and along with pull, get your biceps as well. Then typically I'll have at least a day off directly after then. Sometimes I'll make it 2 depending on my work schedule because I work like 10-hour days and I have to drive like an hour. So by the time I get back, there's just not a lot of time. Plus, need the rest.
Right.
After then, I'll have a push and then a light leg day. just because I really want to focus on building my legs. That's the number one thing, like on my list. Right after then, it's going to be chest. And then I'll have a squat, bench, deadlift day. Don't really do a lot of back squats anymore, I found. And I was actually talking to a few people, you being one of them, that recommended, in order to build that sweep in your leg, front squats is going to be where it's at. So when I say squat, bench, deadlift, typically it's front squat, bench, and then deadlifts.
Right. I can't say that for the same for me, because back squats have always been my favorite movement. Always been my strongest move. Always been my strongest movement. And
what's crazy, man, is like I really didn't start doing front squats up until like a month and a half ago. I never did them. I never thought they were comfy the way it sat on your shoulders, but I can bang out like 315 for 10 right now for front squats. Yeah, dude, I'm loving it. It's like, honestly, like I used to like squatting, but front squats, because I know now that it helps build the area that I'm trying to grow. Yeah. It's just like, oh my God, I cannot wait. I can't wait to hit front. So,
right. It makes it fun to get in there and attack it.
Yeah, man, we'll have to hit a leg day here pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't really been able to front squat since my lower back injury, just because my body's too straight up and down.
Yeah.
Well, I've always done low bar, just because the curvature in my back is actually, I don't know if it's necessarily safer, but it feels more comfortable in my back and I don't get any pain. 9 times out of 10, though, when I have lower back pain, it's not because of my injury. It's just like lower back pumps, and that shit sucks. There's nothing like it, dude. It makes you feel like you're injured, but it's just a pump. So,
oh man, yeah, and you're walking with your with your pelvis out, man. Yeah, it's like your back is like arched in like that when you're walking. Yeah,
dude, it sucks. What's the diet look like right now?
The diet, man, I've been incorporating a lot more food. In the past few months, I was working just incredibly like insane hours. I was working like 55, 60 hours a week, plus getting food in. So I really wasn't following any diet. I was just eating what I could, which along with that, I didn't really have any gains. But recently, since my hours were cut back, I've been eating pretty well. So typically what I'll do in the morning on my days off, I'll wake up, crack an egg, put a couple tablespoons of egg whites in, not really sure how much, just eye it up. Throw some ham, bacon in there just for some protein. Eat that. And then I will go straight to like oats. Get some oats in my system, just to fill me up, because typically those eggs don't. A little while will pass. Honestly, man, I found that like deli meat sandwiches, you'll get like chicken, ham, all that stuff. You can get like the low sodium type, and it's honestly pretty good, like macro wise. I always thought like those sandwiches were like the generic like old man sandwich, like that's what all the dads used to take to work, and I never really cared to eat them up until recently, when I realized, oh my God, I'm getting a crazy amount of protein. Carbs are through the roof, with the bread, obviously.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Carbs are through the roof. So I've been eating that. And then directly before the gym, I have a Quaker brand oatmeal. I'll have a Quaker, like a bowl or two of like the Quaker cereal, just for the carbs and the fiber. Fiber really helps. Because it'll keep me full throughout my workout, man. There's been a countless amount of times where I've been like, I still got gas in the tank, but man, I'm just so hungry I can't focus on my lift, and I'll end it early. So fiber really helps. Directly after the gym, I'll come home, make about 250 grams of rice, which is basically just one of those packets. Then I'll cook a whole container, which I'm pretty sure is between 16 or 18 ounces or grams of either chicken, beef, or turkey, but I try to stay away from turkey.
Okay.
And, have shakes throughout the day.
You guys don't know this, but me and Zach jumped on here earlier just to kind of get the hang of this podcast, and we got to talking about the diet, and he was telling me how he's been enjoying these apple Pop-Tarts, but he just forgot to mention.
Oh yeah,
So,
the apple part.
Had to call you out on that.
Good. Those are good. I haven't had one yet. It's 7:43. I'll probably have one before I go to bed.
Yeah, those are. I find it crazy that those are like one serving is just one Pop-Tart, not even the whole pack.
Really?
Yeah, like you get two in a pack. The serving is just one.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
and there's like 10 grams of fat, 40 grams of carbs just in that one.
Holy hell!
You're looking at like 20 grams of fat, 80 grams of carbs, and probably like not even 10 grams of protein per pack.
Yeah, no, there's no protein in it. Yeah.
Damn. The pretzel. Have you ever had the pretzel ones?
Yeah, man. Yeah, the brown sugar cinnamon pretzel ones are fire.
Oh yeah,
so good.
Well, brown sugar is the OG. That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So in terms of bodybuilding talk, what's some things that you hear within the industry that you don't agree with, or you think's a myth, or you think you have a different opinion on?
Whew, man, that's a question. What do I think is a myth? What don't I agree with?
Like, for example, me for one is you have to eat 6 times a day. I think that's a myth. I don't think you need, you don't necessarily need any more than 3 meals as long as you're hitting your food requirements.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, man, that's a toughie for sure.
Yeah, like for that, for example, it just depends on how you feel satiety wise. If you rather have 3 big, huge meals that fill you up and kind of leave you bloated, and that's
or eat smaller ones throughout the day.
Yeah, 100%. I'm right around 5 meals. I eat 6 times a day if you include my pre-workout snack, but 5 solid meals. So I usually have breakfast, I have my pre-workout meal, and I have my pre-workout snack, post-workout, meal 4, meal 5.
Awesome.
So I'm eating about 5,000, maybe a little bit above 5,000 calories,
Mm-hmm.
and about 90 grams of fat, like 750 grams of carbs, and 265 grams of protein, I do believe. So
Be good, man. I really need to get on track and all that stuff to the T. I know what I'm eating. I have a general idea, but I couldn't tell you exactly.
Right, yeah. And for you, it probably varies day to day.
Yeah, for sure.
But for us, we're kind of I'm kind of torn between, we're in our younger years of, competing. I feel as if we can get away with being a little bit sloppier in the off season, because you got to have that time where you almost think you're not a bodybuilder. Because bodybuilding is a full 365-day job.
Oh yeah.
The off season is just as important, if not more important, than prep.
Mm-hmm.
So what you put into your body is the outcome of how you look.
For sure.
There's times where, after a prep, I don't really like to go. Like the rebound phase is one thing where you want to stay on track and not get super fat. But, once you rebound correctly, 5 to 8 weeks or however long it is, I definitely think throwing in some things or not tracking at all is a good way to kind of get away from that bodybuilding lifestyle and just live life a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean to sound, like basically like a pussy, but like we both do live this bodybuilder lifestyle. So me eating dirty in the off season is not, oh, you're not hardcore. It's just, no, like all these people who judge us saying that we're not hardcore most likely don't go through what we go through. They don't go through 12 to 20 week preps where you can't have anything off plan and you can't do this or that.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, you're dieting for probably, if you're doing a long prep, you're probably dieting for 20 plus weeks because that rebound phase.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man. I was supposed to compete back in October. Show gets canceled. I rebounded probably from the 1st of November until December. I gained like, I think I gained maybe 1 or 2 pounds from in like a month. Usually after a show, people
Yeah.
gain like 15. I gained like maybe like gained like 3 pounds, but it looked like I packed on 10 pounds of muscle just because I trained hard. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I lowered the volume a bit, but I trained hard. I still ate the same food. Like after the show, I went back onto my plan that I was on for show, but just slowly up the food week after week by like 20, 25 grams of carbs. And then I really started to fill out. And I think that's when I look my best, honestly. I would send pictures to a few of my buddies, you included, and that I looked better 3 weeks post show than I did 2 weeks out. It was nuts. And that's some of the things about bodybuilding that me myself, being in it for a couple of years, still doesn't understand, is I don't understand how, carving up like that is, I don't know, how it makes you look better, how it's a crazy process, dude.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
It's I don't know. There's something amazing about it. I think that's just why we do it, because we love it. Um, while I had
Yeah,
you on,
getting
go ahead.
especially digging, deeper into it, man. It's just like getting more and more. There's just so much to learn.
Oh
So
yeah,
much to learn. It's more than just, go to the gym, lift weights, eat chicken and drink protein shakes all day, dude. There's so many people that I know that will bust my balls and say, "Oh, that's all I do," but it's way more. It's way more than just going and, doing a couple curls. It's
well,
math, man.
it's a lot of
It's a
mindset too,
lot of
man.
math. Yeah.
It is. There's a lot of math. There's a lot of like, what split works the best? What macros work with my body the best? How much
Mm-hmm.
recovery
Yeah.
do I need? Am my recovery on fire? Can I only train 2 days in a row before I need a rest day? Not everything works for everybody. And that's what I think is a big, myth within the industry, is what works for him is going to work for me. Because I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like when it comes to like genetics, you have good genetics, that can mean a handful of things. That can mean you have good genetics to put on muscle. That can mean you have good genetics to get lean. You have good
Mm-hmm.
genetics for shape, symmetry, proportions, so like for me, I don't have the good genetics to put on size. It's just like my legs maybe, but for upper body, it's just not there. So I am training twice as hard, if not more,
Mm-hmm.
than guys who put on mass on the upper body so easy. But it goes the same way with them for legs. Like you and I, for example,
Don't I know it?
you and I, for
Yeah. Don't.
example, are two different people.
Mm-hmm.
We are the complete opposites.
Yep.
I
For sure.
cannot put
I was
on mass on
thinking
my upper
about
body to save my life, but you've had huge arms since day one, and it makes me mad.
I don't even hit them, dude. Up
I,
until I started this program where I'm including arms in like my pull and push days, I haven't even hit them. It was
that's
all
nuts.
deadlifts, man. That's all I did. Deadlifts and benching, dude. That's what
Yeah,
grew them.
and that's what's
I
crazy
could.
because like, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I couldn't tell you the last time I actually like dedicated. Okay, I'm gonna hit arms for a half hour. I'm gonna do preacher curls. I'm gonna do strict curls. Didn't do them.
Right.
I didn't do them, and I still can't do them like as often as I hit my shoulders or my chest, because they'll just grow too big, dude. It's just it's one of those things I can hit once a week, maybe
Right.
once. It's they just grow, and I'll look improportionate if I hit them, as much as I hit chest or shoulders or whatever else.
Right. And like for you, example, you said you're hitting legs basically twice a week, just now. But when we were talking earlier, you said sometimes you would hit them 3 times a week. And that's what's crazy, is
Yeah,
because you put
yeah.
that extra frequency on your legs and they grow, but they don't grow to the potential that they could. And dude, I
Mm-hmm.
train legs once every 9 days, once every nine
That's
days. And
that's
my legs
wild,
are
man.
still bigger than my upper body.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I can't believe that.
I don't know. And it's not even just
Yeah.
my quads. It's literally my hamstrings and my calves. It's like a full
Mm-hmm.
package. I say a lot about, like, I said it to you, I said it to other buddies, I'll trade my legs for your arms. And they laugh.
Yeah,
And then at the end of the day, I'm
yeah.
sitting there laying in bed and I'm thinking, no, I don't think I would.
Nah,
I don't think I would
nah, I
because
know you.
I think it's more fun to have to catch your upper body up than it is your lower body.
Mm,
It's more challenging to bring up your legs than it is your upper body. So in return, it's not as fun. It's kind of brutal and not, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Unless you like, I tell people like, if you want good legs, you have to be a freak and love to train legs.
Yeah.
You gotta love to get buried in the squat rack. You gotta love to sometimes throw up after sets of squats. You gotta love 20, 25, 30 rep leg presses, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, that's
I don't know, man.
that's for sure, man. That's for sure. Man, I'm just like I'm so happy that they opened up that powerhouse, a little north of
Up in
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Um, dude, their leg machines are so much better, than my home gym. I go to both of them equally, but every single leg day, every day that I hit legs, even if I'm hitting them light, powerhouse.
Yeah.
They just have incredible machines
Yeah, they
for
have that
legs.
little corner back there just for legs.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
That's
It
what I like
really is.
about it. I like how that hack squat's right in the corner.
Yeah,
Faces
yeah, it's
directly into the
nice.
corner.
Yeah, I was on that for a while today. I was, focusing on that sweep, so I had my feet directly under me, really getting a full range of motion. What's awesome is you could pull your shorts up, see your outer quad because that mirror that's right
Yeah, it's
next to
angled
it.
right there. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you could see. Oh man, it was awesome seeing the striations,
Heck yeah.
going through my quad.
That's awesome. Yeah. They have some cool machines. I know they got like 2 or 3 leg extension machines.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some more coming too.
Yeah, yeah. That's what the guy that owns it was talking to me about whenever I was there last time. Saying
Hmm.
they got like $100,000 worth of like Arsenal strength pieces coming in.
Yeah, they ordered it back in November. I was just talking to one of the guys, the manager up there, Alan.
Alan,
Alan
yeah, yeah.
Gordon. Yeah, very super cool dude. Super cool dude.
Yeah.
I really like. Um, yeah, they said they ordered all that stuff back in November. Man, it's the
Yeah.
end of January. It still hasn't. I'm
You gotta
waiting
think
though.
though. You gotta think though.
I'll be.
$100,000 worth of Arsenal strength equipment isn't that many pieces of equipment,
Hmm,
honestly, because
no,
that
man.
stuff's expensive.
Yeah. Oh
One
yeah,
piece,
for
one
sure.
piece is probably 15,000.
Hmm.
So you're probably looking at not even 10 pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
It's built to last. That's what's great about it. I wish a gym around us would get a pendulum squat.
That's what they're getting.
Oh
That's
no
one of the
shit.
machines they're getting. Yeah,
No
dude.
shit.
I'm
That'd
hyped
be
for that.
sweet. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I am hyped.
I've never even seen one with my own 2 eyes.
They have one at a gym in Shadyside
Oh,
Fitness
boy.
Factory.
Fitness
Yeah.
Factory, okay. That's the place I've been
Yeah, they got one.
wanting to go there, and Iron Forged.
Oh yeah, Iron Forged. Yeah.
Forged Gym, yeah.
Still haven't made it down there. I was pretty cool with Trevor back in the day when he actually opened that gym. Haven't talked to him in a while, but I still have yet to make it down there.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. You wanna know something? You wanna know something actually crazy? I just learned and realized today.
Hmm.
I just started back at college. Today was the first day back, and I
Hmm.
have a work study job as a personal trainer. And I was down there, and we got a new. I'm a group fitness instructor, and we got another group fitness instructor. It's a female. She's a freshman this year, and she asked like what style of training that I do and all this because I had to like teach her the ropes of like the group fitness and whatever. And I was like, I compete in bodybuilding, and she was like, Seth, and who came to mind first.
Oh yeah.
But I
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
thinking that's who she was talking about. And she was like, Feroci. And I was like, yeah, like he's a huge inspiration. I met him a couple months ago with my buddy Zach. And,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
like, yeah, for those of you guys that don't know, me and Zach drove up to Gibsonia, waited in GNC's line to meet Seth Feroci. And it
Two
was
and a half
awesome,
hours,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he talked to us for 10, 15 minutes apiece, which was great.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Awesome, dude. Awesome, dude. I
I'm
love
sitting there.
how like humble, just straight up. He's a real
Man,
family man, dude. That's awesome.
he's great, dude. And
Yeah.
we're sitting there just bullshitting, and she was like, "Yeah, I coach his daughters."
Huh.
And like Emmy
In
and
gymnastics.
his daughter, yeah. She said, I work at his facility that he bought,
That's wild.
and I coach his daughters, and I see him every single day. Like back over break, she was like, I seen him every single day. I've been in his gym, I've been in his home, I've sat down and ate dinner with him, weekly. I was like, that's fucking awesome. Like,
That's awesome. Yeah, she must be a pretty good coach for gymnastics or cheer,
right.
because they all went to states.
Yeah, like we had like a very professional conversation because we're in a workplace, and I was just like, I kind of like fanboyed out when she said she knew Seth, and I was like, that really is cool. I had to bring that up on here because like
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to be like, damn, I want to meet him, like bring him to Cal, but I just thought that was very cool. She does that with them, and I don't know, she was nuts. But anyway, let's move on to let's talk a little bit about. So I've been doing training wise. I've been doing push pull arms legs, rest, and then repeat the cycle. But when I repeat the cycle, it's not the same push pull arms leg days. It changes, and then after that 10 days rotation, I do repeat the cycle.
Mhm.
Before I used to think push pull arms or push pull legs, push pull arms legs was the best way because in terms of frequency, and you can manipulate the volume, and you can manipulate how often you train each muscle, all that. But
Mhm.
recently I've been doing some thinking about like what I want to change to, because I definitely want to change my split, but I don't know what to change to, because I definitely don't like. I want to stop training 4 days in a row because it's beating the hell out of me.
Oh yeah.
And I definitely want to start doing kind of like a 3-on, 1-off type deal,
Mhm.
or maybe like a 3-on, 1-off, 2-on, 1-off, so I can have like set rest days a week. So it's not like the rest days always change. Like one week it's Tuesday and then Saturday, and the next week it's
Oh.
Wednesday and Sunday. I don't like that in terms of like how I like to live my life outside of the gym.
Mhm.
Um, so I want to try to start working like a 3-on, 1-off, 2-on, 1-off. But I need, like, for example, I need your help or someone's help to help me design a split that will target my weak areas. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So like if my weak points are, my arms have always lagged, so that's definitely something I need to bring up. So incorporating, arms more, chest more, legs can be hit just once in those 7 days. Um, uh, Honestly, probably just chest, because my shoulders used to lag a shit ton, and you knew that. After this
Mhm.
past couple months, my shoulders have become almost one of my strong points.
Mhm.
But
Oh yeah.
I would still like to, you know, if I made them a strong point and I back off the volume or back off the frequency a little bit, I'll be able to hold on to already what I have, which is good about being a bodybuilder. Is once you build it, it takes a minimal effort to maintain it.
To retain. Yep.
Right. So if I can just maintain what I have for my shoulders, maybe even grow them just a little bit, like that's fine. But what I really need to focus on is chest and arms. So I want you to start spitballing ideas with me about the split that I could do. That's 3-on, 1-off, 2-on, 1-off.
Yeah. You want me to get to that right now?
Yeah, I want to see what you got.
All right.
Let me write some things down,
All right.
because I've seen I watch a couple pros on YouTube and all this, and I've seen like some push pull legs rest, and then I've seen um James Hollingshead,
Not familiar now.
Shed from Redcon. Oh, come on, man. James Hollingshead, he's from the UK. He's a big motherfucker, dude. Well, anyway,
Big
beard.
beard.
Yeah.
You know what? I was actually just watching one of his videos
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
cardio.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I've been watching him a lot because I watch Fuad Abiad's podcast, the Real Bodybuilding podcast. And that's what actually inspired me to, I watch all his episodes, and that's what inspired me to do a podcast myself because, I figured what I love to watch is probably what other people love to watch. So I'm gonna make
Sure.
videos of what I love to watch,
For sure.
not just put out videos of me training all the time, which gets boring in my life because I don't do jack squat. But Patrick Tor, you know who Patrick Tor is, coach? Dude, he coaches a lot. He's coaching a lot of people now. He's coaching like Ian Valier. He's coaching coaching James. He's coaching Fuad every once in a while. He's made a big name for himself, but he made James's split. Damn, hold on, my battery's dying real quick.
Okay.
Anyway, he made James's split. It's push-pull legs. What is it? Push-pull legs, shoulders, triceps, back, biceps, I think. So what he did was he
hits just.
hits everything, once in the beginning of the week, and then he hits his lagging muscles twice.
Gotcha.
So he takes, 3 on 1 off, 2 on 1 off. So when he comes in for those 2 days, he has the most energy. He trains the body parts that lag, and then he, goes in and, smashes what he needs when he has the most energy. My biggest problem recently is, like this with everybody. You with yourself, you think there's so many different areas that you can bring up. It's like, oh, I have a lagging chest or a lagging back, but realistically, does it lag as much as other muscles? No. So like for me, I brought up my shoulders, so that's wiped off the map. My arms are still there, but I'm starting to think that my back lags. But my back doesn't lag, my back doesn't lag at really that much. So my problem is I've been trying to design a split where I'm prioritizing arms, chest, and back while still hitting shoulders once and legs. Then it becomes, I can't fit that all into 1 week. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what I think I need to do is, I think for as long as I am still an amateur, and even maybe for the rest of my life, because my bicep, if I flex my bicep, I have a gap here. So even when I close the gap, it's still, I will never have a peak. I mean, as I get leaner, it gets, bigger, but my arms are always going to lag. Even think whenever I turn pro, if that happens, whatever, my arms are always going to be my weakest body part. So I need to grow my chest. I think I need to hold off on, prioritizing my back until my chest comes up. You know what I mean? I don't think I need to prioritize 3 muscles. Well, 4 if you include arms as 2. I don't think I need to prioritize those 4 muscles all at once. I think I need to prioritize what needs to be prioritized most. And then once I get it, just like with my shoulders, I can maintain it and then build my back. And then if I need to come back to my chest eventually, come back to my chest. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If my weak areas, let me write this down, are, arms and chest. Let's design a split that's kind of
biceps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Chest and biceps and triceps.
Chest, biceps, tris, and then do you plan on throwing shoulders in with that as well? To prioritize that?
I don't mean put chest and arms on the same day.
Gotcha.
That's not what I'm saying. Because that's my thing is I don't know if I need to keep having an arm day. I mean, that's where I've seen the most growth is just straight arm days. But man, it fucking sucks going into the gym and just hitting arms. It blows.
Yep.
I don't know, because I don't want to put chest and arms together because that's too much volume. If I need to really prioritize my chest, I think it's a little bit too much.
Okay.
So I don't know if I need to do like I could do push pull legs, or I could do like legs, push pull, rest, chest, arms, rest. Well, I don't know because maybe I don't know because the push day, then you have the pull day, and then you have the rest day or the rest day, and then it's chest again. So it's only like 2 days of rest.
Why don't you throw a, from what you said before, you're trying to also prioritize your shoulders?
No, back.
Oh, your back. Okay.
Shoulders I brought up a lot, and I'm just pretty much trying to maintain them.
Yeah. Okay. And then with your shoulders, you want to bring your back up too. Man, that's a tough one, man. That's for me, making a program right on the spot is pretty tough.
Right.
How I like to do programming is I'll do a Sunday through Saturday. I'll make a list Sunday through Saturday. I'll put all the body parts going down, so it's whether it's like push, pull, arms, legs, core, whatever, have it going down Sunday through Saturday up top. And then what I'll do is I'll make a little, graph, put check marks on like what days to hit what body part. That's how I like to make my, routines, just because you can like sit there and look, I'm hitting, shoulders this day. So I'm going to skip a few days before I incorporate them again. That's just how I do it.
Right.
I like to be able to sit there, look, and think about a, schedule routine.
Yeah, for sure. It's just something that I'll always put a lot of thought to begin with, and then I won't find what works best, and then I'll just stop thinking about it and just continue on with push, pull, arms, legs. So I might not be progressing at the rate that I think I could.
Well, do you have a deadline on when you want to be perfected or close to it? Being a show?
Not necessarily. I would just like to, get the split created as soon as possible so I can start running it, so I can actually run it for 12 weeks and see, what actually comes of it. Because if I run, a new split for 12 weeks, bring up an area that lags, then I can transition into bringing up a different area, change my split, run that.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. It's definitely tough.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try. What if? I don't know, man. It's tough. I guess it was just something I'll think of, on my own, and I can have you back on and we can, discuss it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of bodybuilding related talk, and I appreciate you coming on the podcast, for the first episode.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Would love to do more. Just I don't know how you're trying to bring the podcast around, but bodybuilding, just personal, experiences, anything you want to talk about, man, for sure.
Absolutely. I just knew that bodybuilding is something we're both passionate about. So I figured the first episode we should establish, what we believe in and what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So you said your next show lined up is December?
December 11th, man. My mom's birthday.
Oh, okay. Be a good birthday present.
Yeah. Yeah, December 11th.
Is that a national qualifier?
It is. It is a national qualifier. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet, man.
I'm going for it, man. I'm going for it. I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident.
Better bring the heat, man.
Huh?
Better bring the heat.
Heat?
Better bring the heat.
Cut out. Oh, bring the heat. Yeah, you know it. You know it, man.
I don't think
Yeah.
think I'm gonna hold off into competing until is there any qualification you have to have any qualifications to compete in the Pittsburgh Amateur?
Pittsburgh Pro, you mean? Like that
No,
one?
like the amateur of Pittsburgh. There's a Pittsburgh Amateur.
I don't think so.
Because like realistically I would like to come in 2022 and do the Pittsburgh Amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean it's way too soon to do it now, and I've been battling, a leg injury, so
If you end up doing that, I would definitely say hit that, recomp, bulk, and then hit the Kentucky muscle.
really.
That's pretty. Oh yeah, that's
Fucking Seth Ferosi did that
it,
show, and everyone gave him a lot of shit because they didn't really think it was a real show.
really, dude. I see a lot of people doing the Kentucky muscle.
Okay.
A lot of people.
Well, I think is the Pittsburgh Amateur a national qualifier? I don't know.
Look it up real quick. I'm not all too sure.
I'm gonna look into that real quick.
Let's just check out Jim's.
Because if it is, it could. I don't know.
Pittsburgh.
I know for this year,
I'm looking.
Actually, I don't see a fucking Pittsburgh Amateur.
It's the Pro. The Pittsburgh Pro is NPC IFBB.
Okay, yeah, because I see Jim Mannion's NPC Pittsburgh Championships and then the IFBB Pro League Pittsburgh Championships.
Yeah.
So it would just be the Pittsburgh Championships.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if that's April 30th and May 1st this year.
Mm-hmm.
The info doesn't even open on it until January 29th. I need to know if that's a qualifier or not. What about the Arnold
The elite
Amateur?
physique. I know the elite physique is a national qualifier.
I've heard of that show. Where is it?
Pittsburgh, somewhere in Carnegie.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, and it's
when is that one?
Mid-August. Mid-August, and I remember it was right before my birthday this past year. You know what? I was actually right after. It was August 28th.
So now with the qualifier, you win overall in qualifier. Then what?
You win overall in the qualifier.
Yeah.
Like a national qualifier.
Yeah.
I'd imagine then you'd be.
Like if you win the NPC Elite, like the Elite at the national qualifier, if you win overall, is that a pro card?
Man, I don't know. I don't know if it's a pro qualifier.
Okay. What did you say that show was called?
The Elite Physique.
NPC?
Yep. That's the one I was going to do this past year in 2020. Man, I was ready for it, back January 2020, February 2020, March 2020, mid-March, everything got shut down. I was like, fuck,
NPC national qualifier.
Okay.
But is that pro card status, or is that qualified for? That qualifies you for a pro show.
Yes.
Okay. You got to win the pro show to get your. Yes. Correct.
What was that? You cut out.
You do a national qualifier to qualify you for a pro show. Like an IFBB show. You win that, and that's your pro card. Because I know Brady, for example, like the North Americans was a national qualifier
Oh, for sure.
Brady, won overall, and he qualified for the Chicago.
Hmm.
If he would have won the Chicago, that would have been a pro card.
Okay. Hmm. Not really
Well,
all too
no,
sure.
no, no,
That
no. I
might.
take that. I take that back. I take that back. He won his pro card at the North Americans.
Yeah, yeah. I know the
So
North Americans, they give out pro cards. That's a big show, man. That's a tough, very
that
competitive
is
show.
that is a big show. When is the North Americans?
Typically the first weekend of September.
Okay, so what about this plan? What if I do the Pittsburgh? What if I do the Pittsburgh in May? Say I don't do very well. I do the elite championship or elite physique. You said that's August.
August 28th, give or take a few days.
Let me see when that was this year. That was August 29th,
August 29th, yeah.
Lindora, PA. Okay. What about Pittsburgh in May, elite physique in August, and then the
I know.
North Americans in September?
You're going to be doing,
I'll be in prep all year.
you'll be doing a peak week for the elite physique, and then the week after is the North Americans.
That could work.
Yeah. I mean, I know people do it. I know people do it for shows. I don't know. I'm not discouraging you at all. I seriously
Because
think
like
you'd
look
be
at
able to,
I know I keep
just
referring to
train.
him, but I keep referring to him. But for example, for those of you guys that don't know who I keep referring to, Brady King, um, just turned pro at North Americans. He uh he did a show a week before. Didn't look as well. Came in North Americans and swept
Carved up.
everybody. And
Yep.
he competed against that Danny Costa guy in both shows.
Yeah.
I think I
Yep.
think I think it was the NPC Elite that he did. I'm not gonna lie. And Danny beat him in that show. He came in North Americans and swept him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see
Hmm.
if I can find it. It was kind of a while ago, I think. Maybe not that long ago, but here's that. Here's the North Americans. Might have deleted the pictures from the show. I'll have to reach out to him, man. I think it'd be cool to bring him on and see, his opinions.
Sure. Sure. For sure.
Um, I don't know, man. It's just spitballing ideas.
Hmm.
That'd be tough. Um, I don't know. Because I stopped saying that I want to turn pro by a certain amount of time just because, I don't know, take it day by day and just, like Hunter Labrada says, win the day and just do what I can every single day. And I'm meant to be there. I'm meant to be there.
Yeah.
I refer back to
Yeah, I
social
do.
media for this one, but I heard this, I saw this post that actually blew my mind. It's talking about that. It said, instead of this, I want to turn pro, try this. I would do the things that professionals do consistently. I will nail my diet, my training, my recovery, my supplementation, my mindset, my posing for as long as it takes. I will focus on the things that I can control instead of the things that I can't. If I do this for long enough, if it's meant to be, I will turn pro.
Yeah.
So if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But I'm not going to say 2022 I'm going to turn pro because anything can happen.
For sure. For sure. Anything, man.
Literally anything. But all right, man, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I think I've had you on for 45, 50 minutes now.
Cool.
But
Cool.
I appreciate you, coming on and talking with me and letting people know who you are, what you're about, what your plans are, what you do. We'll definitely come on here again. we could probably schedule another meeting for like a month, 2 months or whatever, and just talk more
Yeah.
more personal stuff, more, work related, you moving and all this. And
Yeah, for sure. Ask
yeah,
some of the same questions, see what progresses.
yeah. And to the viewers out there, Zach's starting his own, apparel brand. And that's something that I would like to discuss with you, in the future.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just getting the feet off the ground as of right now. Legacy Apparel, but I have a pretty good feeling about it.
Yeah.
Um, I
Made
have
it to
some
the first four
serious
sales already.
yeah, four sales kind of.
First drop, 4 sales. I'm not gonna,
I mean, hey, it was 4 sales in 3 hours.
yeah.
I mean, it's nothing awesome, nothing crazy, but for just posting it once on a Instagram story,
Right, yeah,
I'm pretty happy with it.
yeah, absolutely. That's something we can dive into and talk, because we could sit here and talk forever about that.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna be pushing it. Gonna be pushing it here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, man. I'm
Pushing it
looking
hard.
forward to it. I'll be repping the wear.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be sick for
Oh yeah,
sure.
man. All right. Well, thank you for coming on and taking your time out of your day. And I'll talk to you soon. We'll stay in touch.
For sure, yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. And so enjoy the rest of your night, man.
Thanks, you too.